We let that ride a little bit long.
Yeah, you did.
That's all right.
He tortures people every week.
That's our buddy Dave, man.
They know.
He rocks. I miss Dave. I miss seeing old Dave.
Yeah, I haven't seen him in a while.
This is the AlfromDtown&Chili442 Show. Chili, how are you?
I'm doing okay.
Right
Yeah.
on. Right on. Man, it's I watched I'm not gonna lie. I had some things to do this afternoon, and I came home. And let me tell you, let me go back to Friday. Friday, well, I got a little buzzed. Just a
Okay, that
little.
happens.
I mean, and I went to Walmart. All right. I shouldn't have. Because I walked around the corner and I knock over this blanket display. All right. There was only maybe 6, 7 blankets on this thing, but I picked it up and it was so soft. And I have a blanket on my couch. When I cover up my feet, it doesn't like come up to my shoulders. It's like short. And I hated it. So I look and this says it'll fit on a queen size bed. So I end up buying this blanket. Oh
You
my
need a snuggie.
dude, this damn blanket. I was just in my sleep pants and I put this blanket on me and I was out. It was so soft and I like wrapped myself like a cocoon, like I was a little baby kangaroo. It's amazing. I almost canceled the show because I did not want to get up off the couch.
Magic blanket.
What's going on, Claudia? Hello. She was the first one in. Our buddy Mark Hoffman. What's going on, Mark? Yeah, so I did not want to get up, man. But my sleep has been so screwed up.
Oh, I know.
And the other day, I don't know what I had going on. But my nose was like I had snorted the wrong thing or something. I mean, it burnt so bad. But like I didn't have sinus pressure. I didn't have a headache. And I felt fine. Well, I think it ended up being like I kind of, got a hold of the doc in the box and there's like, well, try this over the counter. And it was like the sinus relief spray, not your regular stuff. This stuff's supposed to like dry you up.
Like
Oh,
Afrin.
something like that.
Don't get addicted.
No, I'm not. But yeah, it took about a day or so. But oh man, the first time I sprayed that crap up my nose, oh, I screamed because it hurt. I was like, I don't know what I had going on, man. I think it's just the older we get, we just start fucking falling apart.
Yeah, but maybe you need to do that saline sinus flush like I do.
Yeah, I think I might. I think I might have to.
Flush that shit out.
Man, yeah, it's not good. It is not good. We always talked about how we couldn't wait to get older. And I can't wait till I'm out on my own. I remember, arguing with my mom and grandma and telling them, I know what's best. I can't wait. When I'm out on my own, shit's going to be different.
Mm-hmm.
Now I wish one of them were alive so I could move into their basement.
Shit.
Mom, let me get the basement. I even take the attic. Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I hate paying bills.
It's
Now,
just like you feel like you're just throwing money away every month. It's just like, oh, here just goes a shit ton of money and just, okay, gotta have heat,
yeah.
I gotta have this.
Yeah, and you got to.
Water and everything else. Roof.
So me and you do our phone thing. We do it through Skype. Well, I had a credit card that somebody had charged some stuff on it. They had gotten the number somehow, and it was overseas. So I don't know how they got it. They got it though. So I didn't realize my Skype subscription was on there, and I got a letter today saying, or yesterday saying, your Skype thing has been suspended. So I didn't know if I was going to be able to call you. Well, come to find out, I shouldn't even been paying for that. All I want to to use Skype for is free. I was paying $2.99 to put it on my cell phone and use it for regular calling. And I didn't know. I thought I was paying the subscription. So how long have we been doing this show?
About a year and a half.
So I've been paying $3 a month.
Nice. About $50 there.
Yeah. Way to go, Al.
You're smooth.
I know I could have bought a good joke book or something and made the show 10 times better. Yo mama, so fat. Evan,
Yeah.
I'm kind of getting to the best part of tonight's show.
I hope not.
It's kind of time for you to pay up on your Super Bowl bet.
All right.
And Evan chose the Eagles. I did give you your choice. Did you get the message I sent you earlier?
Yeah.
Wasn't very nice message, was it?
No.
Let's play. Do you mind if I play it for the listeners?
Go ahead.
Okay, hold on. Hold on, guys. Here's a message that I sent Evan this afternoon about 1:50.
Tonight's show.
Oh, hold on.
Thought I'd help you out a little bit. Here's a couple exercises. Me. Hold that last me. Me. And then walk it up and down. But hey man, you're gonna do fine. You're the greatest singer. In fact, I think they should have picked you for Journey instead of that little Malaysian dude or whatever. But anyway, don't be embarrassed. This is gonna be funny. And you should have picked the Chiefs.
So, I just wanted to give you a little, enthusiasm and, help you out. But, Evan, man, I'll let you take over. And I think you got to say what song you're going to sing. And then
Donna Summer.
Donna Summer, huh?
Yeah.
All right. Well, here it is, gang. Evan is paying his debt off.
Yeah, let me know if you can't hear this. Can you hear it?
Yep. There we go.
Louder?
There you go, right there.
Sitting here eating my heart out, waiting for some lover to call. Dialed about 1,000 numbers lately, almost rang the phone off the wall. I'm looking for the hot stuff, baby, this evening. I need some hot stuff, baby, tonight. I need some hot stuff, baby, this evening. Gotta have some hot stuff. Gotta have some love tonight.
Very nice, Evan. Very nice.
Is that what you wanted?
That's all I wanted.
That's horrible.
That is all I wanted. That was what I wanted for my Super Bowl bet. So I would like to thank the Kansas City Chiefs for this opportunity. I think I'm the real winner here. Yeah, they got a stupid trophy.
I didn't think I'd be able to do that without laughing. I'm like, I'm not going to be able to get through this.
I don't know, man. I see Mr. Karaoke in your fucking future. I think with a little bit of practice, you just keep doing that every day. I think you nail it. Didn't we have a Mr. Karaoke or something like that years ago?
Oh,
around
what's that?
Around Decatur.
A karaoke bar? Oh, so many places have had it, but that hotel on Pershing used to have karaoke night all the time.
Oh, okay, that's
People
what it
always
was.
wanted to go there. I'm like, no.
Hey, Evan, Claudia in the chat room. Way to go, Evan. Lou says flat as a 3-day-old open beer.
I didn't say I could sing.
Yeah, no, Evan never...
I never made any claims.
We have never mentioned once, so you can go back on all the shows. Not one show have we mentioned the songbird Chili442 is.
Right. I got into podcasts after my failed music career, and
that's right.
No.
Hey, somebody was telling me, it might have been Claudia. The other day we were, well, it wasn't the other day. It was that Rolling Stones list that we did, top 200 singers. And I was kind of upset Celine Dion wasn't on there. Well, somebody said she's like pretty bad health-wise and shit.
I think so.
Yeah, I didn't know that. I did not know that. And
yeah, I heard that about a month or two ago.
Okay. I thought it was just something recent. See, and I'm sticking up for the chick, and I don't even know her. I don't know nothing about her. But there was something else. The dude from I think Law and Order died.
The dude from Law and Order. Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah, these older guys are just... That kind of sucks, too. Yeah, Mariska... Oh, God. Richard Belzer. I thought he had died a couple years ago. Or, yeah, I think...
He looked like it.
Yeah, but I think it was one of those internet hoaxes, you know?
Yeah, I think he looked dead for a long time. No. You want to know what's crazy? Just this factoid found this week. You seen the movie Cocoon?
Yeah.
Wilford Brimley was my age when he was in Cocoon, the first Cocoon.
Are you serious?
Isn't that crazy? That dude was old forever. Do I look like... I can't imagine. Isn't that funny?
Oh, man. He didn't take care of himself, though.
He had diabetes.
Yeah, and I don't think he cared.
No, he just was that dude. Like in the 80s, he was on that show with Catherine Doherty or something. And I mean, he looked old then, and he was, and he lived like until a couple years ago. And he's just one of them dudes that just looked old at a young age. But I'm like, damn, that dude was the same age as me when he was in Cocoon.
Let's get to a little bit of news. There's not a whole lot, but there is a couple things I wanna talk about. This first one, 5,000-year-old Sumerian bub and beer recipe unearthed.
A what in beer?
A 5,000-year-old Sumerian pub, P-U-B, and beer recipe unearthed.
Interesting.
An ancient city-state in southern Iraq, where a team of archaeologists from the University of Pennsylvania. Man, I don't know about that shit. Would you want to be in Iraq digging holes?
If I was in Iraq, I would be digging holes.
Yeah, yeah, well, yeah.
I don't know. No.
But it looks like they found a whole pub that was in existence around 5,000 years ago.
Really?
Yeah. So
Amazing.
yeah, you can go check that story out. There's a lot more to it, but we're a 45-minute show. Oh, another Oscar Mayer Wienermobile falls victim to a catalytic converter theft. You don't say Cadillac in front of Evan.
It's okay.
If you say
It's
Cadillac
funny.
converter, he will kill you in your sleep. Yeah, so that's the second one. The second wiener to get the knife, Evan.
Oh, damn.
Or
Wonder
salt.
how many wieners they got.
I know. I was just kind of thinking of that. They probably got a fleet of wieners.
It's probably hard to manufacture them because the outer fiberglass casing, they only come like 8 in a pack, but the wiener part of the structure of they only come in like 12 in a pack. So like if they're gonna make them, they got to calculate how many how many packs. You know what I mean? Like for production for that year. You look at the structure of it, you'll see what I'm talking about.
Yeah, yeah. I know the
You know?
panels of it. Yeah, I know what you're talking about. If you get up close, it's not just one big,
Right. It's the wiener and the bun,
Yeah.
And so, yeah, when they manufacture those. So, yeah, that just takes some manufacturing planning.
Death row inmate Andre Thomas, who cut out eyes, ate one, seeks clemency. Nah. You're messed up anyway. You're not going to cost us any more money. Well, we got to get you a half a seeing eye dog now. Dumbass.
What?
No. Seoul removes women-only parking spaces and gender policy reversal.
There were women-only parking places?
Yes. It's kind of sexist. We want equality. You don't, so come on. That's stupid.
I'm wondering if there's some kind of reason, but that's interesting. I mean, I like some crazy significant reason that I'm not catching. I don't know. That's it.
Yeah, I don't get that. I don't get that. California woman accidentally runs over, kills would-be catalytic converter thief. See, I was more worried about that messing up that word and messed up the word thief. But anyway, this chick's sitting out in a parking lot. A car pulls up next to her. Dude jumps out with the, powered sawzall.
Mm-hmm.
Jumps under her truck, and she hears it. It scares her. She turns on the thing, puts it in drive, and leaves.
Wow. That's karma. I'm sorry.
Yeah. Nah. Look, man. There's nothing worse than a thief. Nothing. If somebody will steal something from you, they'll do anything to you.
I always used to say you can tell how the economy's going when you start hearing stories of catalytic converter thefts, and it used to go in cycles, for like the last 10 years, and now it's just like it's been one of those things you hear all the time.
Well, here's a good thing that I got up under my Ford F-250, and I looked at where it is. It would be very hard for them to cut mine out. I think you almost have to get in through, or jack it up, take off the wheels, and it's kind of up in the frame a little bit. So I'm kind of glad it's kind of hidden and not just bare out there like that.
I see, pictures of people putting welding rebar around it and all kinds of stuff, and it's like, wow. I always park inside and haven't heard about it around here at work. A highly surveillance parking lot, so I never worried there, and yeah, it's because you drive a truck or an SUV, you're prone to that. You got a low car, mostly they're going to go on by, but that's an easy snatch and grab.
Hoffman, Toyota Prius are the most popular cats to steal. They're worth $400 at the scrapyard. Yeah, like a new converter for an F-250. I was just kind of, I got in that rabbit hole and I was looking. I think mine's like $1,600 brand new. So,
Yeah, I wouldn't replace. Did I say that? All I'm saying is I got a welder.
Yeah.
End of story.
Oh, yeah.
It's going to make noise till I get home, and then I'll fix that.
Yeah, no shit. I want to save that one because I want to go back. The 3 objects shot down by U.S. Right now they're saying there's no indication that they are linked to the Chinese spy balloon program.
What are they linked to?
I don't know. But if China's telling us that, then, of course we should believe them.
Yeah, why would we doubt?
The ex-CEO of Beyond Meat pleads guilty to felony after taking a bite out of a stranger's nose in uncontrollable rage following football game.
Man, these sports people take stuff way too serious.
He must have had to sing a 70s disco song.
Man, or worse.
Oh, here's one. Man, and this will do the actually. Yeah, we can talk about this for a minute. School suspends boy after finding his mom's OnlyFans content.
Oh, I saw the headline for that. That's legit, huh?
All right. Here's the thing. I understand it's easy money and everything, and we have become a society completely obsessed with money. But if you're going to do shit like that, and especially in this digital world, you cannot have kids that are going to fucking high school or junior high because their friends are going to find that.
I can't imagine being that kid.
Oh, and what's sad is he is being punished for his mom's behavior.
Yeah, nothing to do with it.
Absolutely nothing to do with it. So I don't know how you suspend the kid. They said she was she's revealing her story in support or fellow creator of another Florida mom who was banned from volunteering. But I don't know, man. He's 7 years old. But still, yeah. I mean, I don't know, man. I don't think there's anything wrong if it's adults, it's consenting, all that. I don't think it should affect that kid. But and as a parent too, I could have probably done 1,000 porno movies by now, but I didn't, because I got kids and I didn't want, one of my kids to, throw in a porno with one of their dates or something. And then dad's on there plowing some, chick at a bus stop or something like that. I don't know, whatever kind of porno I'd be in.
That's pretty seedy at the bus stop. You went right to the top.
The bus stop.
How do you get any lower?
Bus stop porn is where it's at, Evan. What are you fucking talking about?
Burger King bathroom? I mean, where do you go from there?
Oh, maybe one day. Maybe one day.
You rent a mansion or whatever they do.
Letter arrives more than 100 years after being mailed. Fucking, I told you this post office wasn't worth a fuck.
It was still the Pony Express back then.
The
It got
dude,
stuck in somebody's like envelope satchel.
the dude left on like a Clydesdale, showed up on a donkey.
Fell out of the bag on the horse and stuck in the horse's ass, and they just found it when they unearthed this barn from years ago. I don't know.
Are we still? Hold on. Don't tell me I did that. Okay. Where was it? Rescue dog flees new owners, rings doorbell for help at the shelter she called home. That dog was like, these people suck. I'm going back to the shelter.
Wow. How does that happen?
Oh, that is amazing.
You're like, where's my cage? I still got a cage here, right? You didn't fill it?
Oh, man, that is hilarious.
And the food there sucks?
That's one. Dogs are getting sick from discarded weed. Nausea, wobbling, confusion. Dogs in and this is coming from the New York Times. In places where weed is legal, many people are throwing their roaches and dropping weed and stuff like that, and these dogs are eating it, and it's fucking them up.
Oh, my.
Quit wasting weed.
Yeah. Throw your roaches in the garbage can, and these dogs wobble it. They probably just have more of a swagger. Like if you watch Scooby-Doo, when you watch like Scooby and Shaggy together, they just kind of have a groove when they walk,
Right.
Yeah.
German ballet director suspended after smearing critic with dog feces.
Oh, man. That's rough.
You will like my ballet. Poop on you. Poop on you.
Wow. Rough one.
Anyway, let's get to our bozo of the day, and then there's one I want to go back to. The name of this one is They Must Have Been Showing Shaun the Sheep on the Prison TV. This one comes from
Shaun the Sheep.
Yeah, that's it. That's the headline, Evan. They must have been showing Shaun the Sheep on the prison TV.
Okay.
This one's coming from Bolivia. An inmate serving 15-year sentence at the Chanchocora prison devised a daring escape plan. Her bozo, known only as the Spider, somehow obtained a sheepskin rug which he used to cover himself as he attempted to crawl his way to freedom across the exercise yard. Yep, the old disguise yourself as a sheep plan didn't go as planned. Our little lamb is back in his cell, and his only comment on being captured was like, "This is bad."
Oh, no. A nice try, though.
Yeah. There is one extra one. This is you just can't always trust the GPS.
Uh-oh. Where'd they end up?
This one is from North Carolina, Evan. Is from the Woman Scorned file. Uh-oh. It seems our unidentified bozo-ette was seeking revenge on her ex-boyfriend, and what better way to do it than by burning down his house? According to police reports, she set 2 fires, one on the porch and another by a propane tank. As a precaution, she used Flex Seal to stop up the garden hose. Plus, she cut a hole in his above-ground pool.
Well, that's some calculated shit.
Somehow, she grabbed the homeowner's dog, leashed him up, and was standing in the driveway admiring her work when the homeowner emerged. Hold on, this guy doesn't look familiar. Yep, she set fire to the wrong house. The homeowner got her license plate number as she fled the scene. She was quickly placed under arrest, charged with felony first-degree arson, assault with a deadly weapon, and larceny of an animal.
Man, I'm trying to think how many years she should get. How many years should you be behind bars?
You know what? If you planned it. I mean, you sat there and planned it. You're planting Flex Seal in the garden hose.
Yeah.
You
You want to make sure that nothing can go wrong.
Yeah. And I mean, everything you did, you took the dog so he wouldn't alert the homeowner. So to me, she was trying to kill that man. She was hoping that man would burn up in that fire. So
Yeah.
I don't know. I think something like that,
It's attempted murder.
yeah,
It really is. It's
I think
how many years?
I think 50 years. Sorry, and I don't care how old you are. That's what it ought to be. If you try to take somebody's life, 50 years, and if you do take somebody's life, you get to spend the rest of your life in prison. I'm so tired of seeing these people fucking attempted murder and they're out in 4 years, and then they actually do kill somebody, and then we try to act all shocked.
Right. And I'm thinking people don't even do 50 years for murder most
No.
most of the time.
No, most of the time. You know what? And I don't know if we've talked about this, but that Todd and Grizzly knows, or Chrisley knows best, or whatever. It was a show on the USA Network, and this guy was like, he called himself metrosexual. When I first heard him talk, I was wondering, about his sexuality, because he's very, very feminine. Well, they did this scheme where they frauded these banks and the government out of money and everything. He actually got 12 years for that. And then I was sitting there watching here in Decatur, where there was a guy that shot 30 bullets into a car and got like 14 years. I was like, how is that possible? And that guy doing the 14 ain't going to do, he ain't going to do that much time. He'll be out in maybe 7,
Crazy.
Yeah, I mean, and that's why a lot of it, and I know people think that people can be rehabilitated and everything, and I do believe that. I think there are people that can be, but if you have somebody that just keeps proving that they can't be, well, then you just got to get rid of them. They're no good to society.
Yeah.
But anyway,
they go on death row. They sit there forever.
Anyway, let me go back and find this story, because this is one of them I wanted to talk about after the news. I don't know why it's on Strange News, but Tesla ends up recalling a bunch of cars over the self-driving software again, because they had one slam into a fire truck.
Yeah, it's...
Is that something we should just give up on? The self-driving cars?
It'll be perfected in time, but I wouldn't trust it. It sounds like a great thing, in theory. I'd love to, get in the car and take a snooze for 2 hours and arrive at, my parents or my sisters or whatever. But it's not foolproof, and you can't trust it. And I would just rather have complete control. I mean, you should be at all times. You should, and so
right
at that point, drive it yourself. I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, and I understand you. I think that would be cool to be able to go out to a bar, get shit-faced drunk, and your car drives you home. You know,
Mhm.
I mean, that sounds great. I mean, you'd probably get rid of a lot of DUIs. You know, well, you could eliminate DUIs, you could eliminate drunk driving accidents, but getting to that, how many people are going to lose their lives that are driving against these self-driving cars?
I don't know. It's going to be interesting to see how it pans out. I'm not ready for it.
Yeah, Mark, I'm with you on that. That will keep me off of major interstates and highways, are the self-driving big rigs.
You know, people bitch about big rigs, but in all my travels, you know, and I've done some major road tripping in my life. I've never had a problem with a semi.
No,
I
well,
treat I treat them with respect, and I'm
yep,
cool around them, and they've always been cool around me. I understand what they're doing, and people a lot of times it's people are stupid around them. I've just
right.
never had a problem with a big rig try to run me off the road or do anything. You
I'm
know.
Evan. I'm talking self-driving big
I,
rigs.
oh, I know.
That scares me because a loaded semi like that. You're 58, 60, 70,000 pounds
I don't think that's a better idea. No.
flying down the highway with no. I mean, look, man, we want to. Computers fail,
Mhm.
programs fail. You know
Mhm.
the stuff like that. No, I don't. I don't want to see self-driving semis, and
I don't either.
we better not let these big corporations do that shit. Because not only are you taking jobs, now you're putting the safety of the people that are driving. I know
Mhm.
it's some utopia where some dude's sitting there, and he's a big wig in the government or something, and sitting there and he's got this utopia thought of his head of these big skyscrapers and the flying cars and shit like that. That shit ain't gonna happen, you know. Because number one, what are people gonna do for money? You
Yeah.
if you take
Well,
all you take all this AI, you take all these programming, these self-programming things. You're already seeing them in stores, and in restaurants. You pretty much don't have anybody seating you or taking your orders anymore. So I mean, what's gonna happen? We all just gonna sit at home?
I don't know. Somebody's got to build and program and install these things. I don't know. I think about like the auto industry. I've been inside of an automobile like it's not a stamping plant where they do all build the chassis before they actually go to an assembly plant. I can't remember exactly what they call that. Um, you walk around and every once in a while you'll see somebody ride by on a bicycle, but there's nobody in the place, and all these robots are just working away, just building cars as they index along, and you're like, wow. But how many people did it take to build all that? I don't know. I mean, it's a weird thing as we move forward in society. But yeah, these trucks with what they are hauling, it just scares me to be completely automated,
Yeah.
out on the open road that. I'm
I
just not ready for it.
I just will we get there one day? Maybe. We're far from it. Far from it, I think.
Well, look where we thought we'd be 50 years ago, with flying cars and all kinds of shit. And
I
I mean, look
know.
where we are now. It's going to take a long time.
Yeah. Where's my Jetson car? And that thing, remember the noise that made? That was the worst sounding space car ever. That thing sounded like a hoopty. Blah, 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 blah.
I don't remember. It's been that long since I watched the Jetsons.
Oh, hold on.
Play a bite.
Yeah, I think I can. Jetsons car sound.
Mark mentioned the train derailment.
Yeah, that right there.
But think
That
about a truck if it could get hacked. Going down the road, a tanker full of gasoline, anything volatile, and could it be hacked or whatever? Man, craziness.
well, that's what's going on in that East Palantine. There's one of those tankers that has a cancer causing. It's a cancer causing agent that's leaking into the ground and everything like that. That right there is that's a bad deal there, and we're not being told everything on that.
People in Canada are complaining about it. Have you some of the pictures I've seen of like the rain on cars? It's like this orange. It's almost like this orange frosty looking
Yeah,
stuff on people's cars, and I don't know if it's eating into paint, but they say this like it's oil is lighter than water, so it'll float on top. Or something heavier go to the bottom. This is like the same weight as water supposedly, so it just mixes with water, and it's like the streams look like an AutoZone parking lot after a light rain. You know what I'm talking about?
we're kind of lucky. We are where we are.
Very lucky. My family just drove like through that out to Boston, and they're out there, and that big cloud has kind of moved that way and on up. And like I said, it's Canadians have seen it, and they're not happy with us. This is nasty. I don't think they're really telling everybody what's going on.
Yeah. Yeah, FEMA saying that it's not an emergency. It is. And it's a bigger emergency than they're gonna let you know.
Yeah.
And look, the government ain't gonna tell us shit.
No, but for the next couple years, I mean, this is nasty. Now people need to get out of there. But you're gonna see, cancer rate, birth defects, all kinds of shit. Like I said the other day, people talking 10 miles away and their chickens are dead, and birds can't fly, and all these people are having. It's gonna get ugly, man.
Yeah, it is. Well, Chili, we are about at 7:45. Let's go ahead and we're going to wrap it up. We do want you to come over and check us out for Chili After Dark. You can catch that on YouTube, and I will share it on our Facebook page as well. You can just go to YouTube, type in AlfromDtown. We should pop right up. And tonight we're going to start with the mystery of Japan's sacred mummified mermaid that was found in the 1700s is finally solved. So tune in. We'll talk about that and how these people have been worshiping this damn thing, and we'll find out what it is.
Well, okay.
Well, Evan, tell them bye.
Good night, everyone. Have a great week, and thanks for coming. Listen to me sing.
I wanna take a second and thank you, Chili, for being a great sport about that. And what a fun time tonight's show was. And I have to start making a list because I think on Wednesday we're going to do, I'll have to see, but it might be 70s and 80s top television programs of that.
Okay.
So I think we're going to try to stick with comedies, but I don't know. We'll see what the lists look like, how they break them up, and, if they break them up like that, then we'll do comedies. If not, I'm thinking Three's Company, and those are going to be on there. Bunch of stuff. So anyway, gang, we love you. Peace. We will see you on Wednesday. Be good to one another.
Later.
And I'm not ready to shut down any of this. Peace. And that should... Yep. Stopped our live. Anyway, Evan, I was sitting there reading this while I was doing news, and it kind of caught my eye. And mystery of Japan's sacred mummy is finally revealed. And this thing is uglier than shit. I can't show you because you'd have to look on Facebook to see it. So, You're just going to have to take my word for it. But it does look like it has a little tail. It looks like it's got two hands going up to its face. And
this was found in the 1700s.
yeah, allegedly caught in the Pacific Ocean off of the Japanese island of Shikoku. Shikoku between 1736 and 1741. The creature has been worshipped for hundreds of years. According to the folklore, the 30-centimeter tall creature grants immortality to anyone who tastes its flesh. Ugh.
Where do they come up with stuff?
The creature has two hands reaching up towards its grimacing face. Hair is still visible on its head, and it has the remains of a sharp, pointy teeth in its mouth. But its body gives away to a distinct fish-like tail. Scientists have been puzzled over this finding, and it's been in a temple in Japan. However, the last 12 months, researchers have subjected the mermaid to a battery of tests to determine if it's organic creature or not. Researchers from the University of Science and Arts use CT scans and other high-tech tests to determine that, sadly, the creature is completely artificial.
No kidding.
Yeah. So there, the lower half of the body does indeed come from a fish tail or a fin. The scientists write in their study that is a combination of dorsal, anal, and pelvic fins of a real fish. But the top being like some kind of wood or something. So, yeah.
Interesting.
Oh. Yeah, I'm with you, man. People, they want to believe all this weird shit. And it's like I do believe there's stuff in that ocean we don't know about. I do not, however, think it's mermaids.
It's just I always think it's like the beginning of folklore stuff. Yeah, it's like, how did this get started? Somebody just came up with some shit, pulled something out of their ass, and convinced someone else, and then it just went on from there. You know, kind of like cults and shit like that, I guess. But
yeah, I'm with you. Some guy got drunk and saw something in the water and thought it was a beautiful woman, and then, you know, I actually think that's how that started, the folklore of the mermaids, that they would sing a song and it brought them in, and then they would take them down and drown them. And mermaids I think they're kind of evil.
I don't know.
Aldi's listen to this. Aldi's Kmart beauty products mistaken for X-rated toys.
Really?
Oh, I don't like this. Beauty tools intended to help improve shopper skin are being mistaken for something usually enjoyed in the privacy of your bedroom. Aldi's recently announced it was selling a range of products as part of an upcoming special buys promotion. And one item has captured the attention for all the wrong reasons. The 1999 sculpting facial roller was noted for having a similarity to an X-rated toy in a post shared with an Aldi Mom's Facebook page. And it does. It looks like I couldn't even show that.
I'm trying to imagine what a face roller is.
It is a long metal. It's long and metal. It is about, I'm going to say 8-9 inches long, and it goes off in Y's and has two balls, two round shiny balls that you would rub against your face like that. And it's
No
supposed
shit.
yeah, and it does oh, sonic vibrations for relief tension as well as the sculpt, face, and beauty. So it vibrates too. But yeah, it looks just like it's called Blissful Beauty if you would like to look it up.
No kidding.
To our lady fans out there. So, yeah, and they said we strongly encourage customers to read the instructions to ensure they are enjoying the product as intended. Don't be sitting on that shit, ladies.
Face only.
Oh, man, that is hilarious. Yeah, I saw that one too. I thought, oh, man. I saw a couple of these that were pretty funny when well, I think that's it. Oh, a big something spilled on a highway again. This one was hog waste.
Oh, nasty.
How would you like to be that guy? Just think of the dude that just started working for the county. Hey, we got a cleanup for you today. That'd been my first and last day.
It's probably the same people that clean up all the roadkill, you know. That's a nasty job. It's got to be done.
Yep. And
rough one.
Oh, smelling that on the highway and stuff too. That is horrible. Because
yeah. What do you?
My last job, I'd sit there and I had a bunch of highway stops and stuff like that. So, man, like a skunk being right there. And I don't mind the smell of skunk. I unless it's right there.
Yeah.
Then it's too much. I remember dumping one in a container. That was in a container that it had, I don't know if it got hit or something, but my customers threw it in a container. I didn't smell it at first. Well, once that truck got full and that started compacting, it must have busted those glands. Oh my God.
Brought out the best in them.
It was sickening. It was sickening. I was like, oh my God. We ended up, when I dumped that day, we took it back out to the shop and I left the back open because you could still smell it after I dumped the load.
Ugh.
So.
That's rough.
Anyway, Evan, you got anything?
Not really. Kind of been a quiet weekend. I'm trying to think if there's anything new. Not really.
Yeah, I didn't really like I said, I woke up and watched part of the Daytona 500. It said NASCAR World reacts to controversial Daytona 500 finish. Huh. I didn't think I kind of missed it. I'm just not, when they went in all the rules and everything, I just quit watching it, and it got all corporate and shit, and it was like, I don't know.
Yeah, I did it for a while. I kind of for a year or two. No, I never got into NASCAR a lot, but I had friends that watched it. Okay, we'll watch it, but it's never held my attention. It's not, I'm a car guy, but it's not what I'm into with cars, I mean, it's just not, I'm not into circle racing,
Uh-oh. An update to a story that we did earlier. PETA offers to pay for the Oscar Mayer Wienermobile repairs under one condition.
Oh, no.
The People for Ethical Treatment of Animals knows an opportunity when they see one. A bite was taken out of the Oscar Mayer Wienermobile, and now the world's largest animal rights organization offered to pay for his repairs under one condition. The organization sent a letter to Kraft Heinz U.S. President Carlos Abrams Rivera offering to pay the cost if it converted it into a vegan hot dog.
No kidding.
I'd do it. You know why? Number
Vegan
one.
hot dog?
Yeah. Yeah. Number one, who in the fuck pays attention to Oscar Mayer? This is probably the biggest. They've had that thing for years. That thing was rolling around in the 70s. This is the most they've ever been talked about.
You ain't kind of right.
It is. It's the most we've ever talked about the Oscar Mayer Wienermobile. It came around to your city, maybe once a year or whatever, and they threw wiener whistles out the windows.
The wiener comes around once a year. Oh, yeah, the jokes write themselves.
Oh, damn. 3 people dead in suspected drag racing crash on the south side of Chicago.
Oh, it happens, man. The street racing, and it's there's some fast cars out there. Shit has changed in some years,
Yeah. Well, and
there are some serious. I don't know if anybody ever watches like that show, and it's a lot of fakeness, the street outlaws and everything. But there are some insanely fast cars out there, and that stuff it needs to be on a track, really, with a safety crew around. But it's going to happen, when tracks close, and because of money, there's going to be street racing.
Well, look, you have also got these Dodge performance cars that aren't that expensive. You can easily go buy a car that runs 200 miles an hour for $70,000.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, you're getting a lot of young, unexperienced drivers that are buying these fast cars and getting behind the wheel and don't know what they're doing. Have never raced, but they got this fast car now. And I guarantee you, I didn't click on that because I don't want to see pictures and shit. But I guarantee you, south side of Chicago, those are young kids that just died in that.
Yeah. That's very true. I see some of these videos of just like tearing up intersections and stuff, and it's always these Dodges. And I know for a while Dodge was giving loans to anybody that could sign their name, so I don't know if that just has anything to do with it. But yeah, there's street racing, and then there's some seriously fast street race cars out there. Like I'm talking street cars that can do 150 plus in the quarter mile. That's fast. These guys are mostly, racing some, 8th mile stuff.
Yeah.
Old industrial complexes, but it happens. It's out there.
Man. Yeah, I just... Yeah, I don't know. It just...
I'm older and I'm more mature. I did some dumb stuff when I was young, too, but...
Now, I did click on it because I don't want to leave that. It doesn't say anything about the victims, so. And it doesn't show any pictures, thank God. But yeah, it says Chicago, they're trying to pump the brakes on the illegal street racing, so.
Yeah.
But yeah, and there's a video now where there's people like standing on the roof of the car while the car's doing a burnout in a circle, and it's like, come on, man.
That's hooligan stuff. It's drawing attention to yourself. That's really dumb.
Yeah, very dumb.
I had a friend, my friend Eileen, down in Texas. She used to street race, and she worked at a drag strip and everything. But she showed me brought it up on satellite, And you could see the burn marks on the road where she's like, "This is where we raced. Look at all the tire marks." I'm like, "Oh my gosh!" Like you sure did, but yeah, they don't mess around. I got pulled over in her car. She has a '70 Cutlass, and it was a nasty street strip car and everything. I got stupid in front of a cop, and fortunately, my smile and my ability to bullshit, I got out of it. I was very lucky because they just don't mess around down there because they have a lot of street racing. So cops are just really on top of it. I'm telling you, there's some street racing out there where 1,000 horsepower is on the low side. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
There's some seriously fast stuff out there. It's weird with technology. The bar has been raised. What used to be 400 horse in a car, that was the benchmark, and then 600 became the new 400, and then 1,000 horsepower became the new 600. And it's like the technology's there. Horsepower won the horsepower wars. Now you just got to control it. And that's the problem.
Yeah. Yeah. I think you're right. But anyway, well, shit, Evan, we gave him damn near an extra 20 minutes.
Yeah, I guess.
We will we'll go ahead and call this. I am actually going to go and work for a little bit this evening and do some door dashing, some late night.
Cool.
I like doing that, man. I get to meet some cool people, and then, it's always different. I've always wanted to do something like that, like be a cab driver or something. Not for, obviously not for the money and everything, but just the people you would meet.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
Absolutely.
I don't know if I'd want to do it in my town, but I think that'd be cool to do it in like a big city or something like that.
Have you been nervous yet of anything? Like I shouldn't be here kind of thing?
I had one, and it was my first alcohol pickup. And you have to scan that person's ID. It can't be anybody's ID. You can't just, like I couldn't just scan my ID and hit complete delivery. So I went over and we had a housing community here, almost like public housing was called Longview. And there's still part of Longview on Grand Street. If you go under the train trestle and you come up and you're heading towards Jasper, if you turn right on, I think it's Charles, right there's still some of the Longview housing. And it was the very first one. And I get out and we had a kind of a warm streak a few weeks ago, so it was like 50 where people were outside. And it was like 10:30. I was a little nervous. I was a little nervous because, it doesn't help my truck is always clean. So it's just this red, shiny beacon. And, so I don't know. Maybe I should. I wish I did have a smaller car to do that with, though.
Yeah.
But luckily, the town I live in isn't very big. So I'm not putting, a whole bunch of miles or spending a lot on gas or anything like that. It's, I think the other day when I finish, because I always start with a full tank, and when I finish, I fill it up, and I spent $13 in gas.
Okay,
and that's gas being $3.50 right now, so I can't.
Is it?
Yeah. So, or three. I think it's around $3.30. I think it's dancing around there. We keep going, back and forth. It goes up a lot quicker than it comes back down. I will tell you that. They'll raise that shit 13 cents in one day, and then, gas went down, 2 days later, they'll drop it a penny.
Mm-hmm.
I
know how it goes.
Here you go, peasants.
They own us.
Yeah, then get on TV and brag. Oh, we're doing so much for you.
Mm-hmm.
But anyway, yeah, we better get out of here before I get talking about that shit. because I read some
Yeah.
shit today I was not happy about. I was like, and especially how many people pointed out all the stuff of the last administration, and then this administration, everything that happens, they pointed at the last administration.
Always.
I hate that shit. I hate it. It's like, okay, we know. Now you do better. And then show us how much better. I hate when, oh, well, we would be a lot further if it wasn't for the last administration. And it seems like every damn president that gets in does that. And I hate that. I hate that. Fucking own it and make it better.
I'm with you.
But anyway, Evan, great show tonight. Tell these beautiful people goodbye.
All right. Goodbye, you beautiful people. Have a wonderful week, and we'll see you Wednesday, hopefully.
Yeah, Wednesday for the list, and then, of course, next Sunday for episode 71 of the AlfromDtown&Chili442 Show. Thank you guys so much. We feel the love every time we look at our views, and we appreciate you. Peace. We love you, and be good to one another.